Hitting record, and here we go. Actually, hold on.
Coming to you from the Black Swan Media Studios, this is Fireside Chats, talking to the real difference makers in the world. Now, here is your host, John Crump.
Hey guys, what is up? Welcome to another edition of Fireside Chats, and this one is After Dark edition because our guest couldn't make it earlier, and I really wanted to have him on. Once again, my name is John Crump. I am the Virginia director for Gun Owners of America, your no compromise gun lobby. I'm also an investigative journalist. Check out my other channel, John Crump News, where I dropped that awesome video today. So yeah, I do investigations, the ATF, FBI, and all the agencies and organizations that want to violate your God-given and constitutionally protected right to bear arms. All right. Before we get into much more, let's talk about the sponsors of today's show. The first sponsor is Tusk. It's a project that I really believe in, and I love Tusk. I love Rob McNeely, who is one of the co-founders of Tusk. Tusk is an awesome project that I am personally invested in.
Proudly sponsored by TUSC, the only cryptocurrency designed with the firearms market in mind, with 3-second processing times. It's the fastest cryptocurrency on the planet. With lower transaction fees than traditional credit cards. It's perfect for your e-commerce needs. For gun guys, by gun guys. Visit TUSC.network for more information and join the digital revolution.
And if you're looking to get any John Crump swag, Flying Rich Squadron shirts, or any of the other Gorillas and Gun stuff, and also coming soon, Shooting Gallery New England stuff, you can head over to Black Swan Tactical.
Black Swan Tactical, your number one source for 2A streetwear. With shirts, mugs, hats, patches, flags, and more. There's always something to help you rep the 2A community. All proceeds go back into our projects. Viewers and listeners can take an additional 10% off with code CRUMPY. Unapologetically pro-gun, pro-liberty, and pro-freedom gear for the front lines of the culture war.
And finally, I take a lot of risk by reporting on government agencies on stuff they don't want me reporting on. For example, Operation Southbound, which I just broke all the stories about how they are doing warrantless searches and stuff. So if you want to reward me, and basically when you reward me, you're rewarding the projects that I believe in and I put money into. You can go to patreon.com/John Crump and help out, and it will help get my journalism out there. But most of all, if you can like, comment, and share on this video, like I see a lot of people doing right now, the Andrew Faulkners, the Space Texans channel member, Joe Drag out there as well, Cobalt Flame, and Flying Rich, who are that dumbasses, Appalachian Gun Runner. I see a lot of people out there. MK Joe, Sports Brand, and a bunch of other people. All right, let me go ahead and introduce you to and Space Texan. How could I ever forget Space Texan? I want him to have my babies. Let me bring on Flying Rich with the CMMG Kool-Aid shirt. You did shoot the you did shoot the full automatic
twice.
Yeah.
Full mag dumps. Hell yeah.
The men of Tupperware. That's a pretty nice name. I like that. Okay. All right. Now let's get going with our guest. Smash time. And I try to get you guys backstage because hey, Smash time.
Yeah.
You're a Gracie Jiu-Jitsu guy, right?
I do more of the fat jitsu.
Fat Jutsu. I used to train. I used to train under Helson Gracie.
Oh, nice. The
Yeah.
school my kids go to, their head coach is a UFC fighter. He just beat Cowboy Cerrone.
Oh, really?
Yeah. So now he's semi-famous in the whole world. It's pretty cool.
Yeah, Cowboy's an interesting guy, man. He's a cool guy. I like him a lot.
Yeah.
Okay. Here's the first question. Last time we talked, I asked you the Smash Mouth question. Are you gonna sing Smash Mouth for us yet?
No, I don't sing unless there's a lot of alcohol involved.
And
just water tonight.
And I told Rich that I've never spoken to you and I didn't know who you were.
He tells me that about everybody.
But you believe me again.
I gotta say, that was one heck of an intro. That was a great intro. And watching that, I gotta step up my game because my intros are nothing like that. They're not as cool.
Well, I make them myself, so I don't really spend a lot of
John
money
does the
on it.
voiceover and everything.
I don't do the voiceover. I have a voiceover guy, but the graphics and everything is all me.
Wow, that's a good talent. You want to do mine?
Sure.
I'm dead serious. Serious.
Yeah, we can work something out.
Oh, Special K's in the chat. What's up, man?
Dude, he's a
Squadron member. Okay, Rich has, I don't know if you know, Smash Time. Rich has something called the Squadron. There's about 8 or 9 guys.
And it's growing.
And they are the Flying Rich Squadron. I talked to Hank today about you.
Do they get patches? I want to get a patch.
They got shirts though. You get a Black
Chris
Swan.
Elliot's working on it.
I'll join it.
So Black Swan Tactical has the T-shirt. Chris Elliot's working on the patch design.
Yeah, I can't believe you're doing that. From a throwaway comment that Hank made. Hank did say, I love Rich, but I tell everyone he's crazy, and people laugh, and they don't realize. No, I'm serious. He's crazy.
I don't know. You were on the Hank Strange podcast, yesterday, right, Rich?
And today, yeah. Well, Tuesday.
So, man, with this new job, I'm losing track of my days. So,
that's okay.
I in my last video, the IV88 video I gave him a whole shout out, a whole minute. Thank you so much. And he's like, I don't even know if I saw you there. There's a picture of me and Hank hanging out. I'm like, man, apparently I don't make that good of an impression.
Yeah, Richard, do you know who Smash Mouth is? Or Smash Time? I keep telling you Smash Mouth. I don't want to do that.
Dude,
that's why if you notice.
Real quick, I can't comment in the comments. Is that something? Do I have to have a special permission to be able to comment?
No, you got to be actually on the YouTube.
Oh, I can do that.
Yeah, I mean, I can do it, but it doesn't allow other people to do it because it doesn't know who's saying it because it's tied directly to my account.
Got it. That is very.
By the way, Dark is trying to get into the squadron as well.
Robert's got applications to process.
Robert's out there from behind enemy lines in New Jersey. No, I'm sorry, man. Yeah, okay. So we do have a Crumpy Militia patch, not a meme. I said Crumpy Militia meme, but we do have a Crumpy Militia patch on Black Swan Tactical. And it's $7, but if you become a Patreon for $5, you can get a free patch. And by the way, the goddamn bacon's in the house. Your stuff, no, that's not it. It's the other one. Goddamn bacon, I sent out your stuff and it got returned because I didn't have an apartment number. I'm going to have to check that back out, but they sent me the box back all smashed. So I'm sure the other box is coming back. So I gotta resend it. I gotta make sure I have an apartment number on there, I guess. But yeah. Okay. So Smash Mouth. Let's talk about Smash Time. Sorry. God. Ugh. let's talk about. So you're a comic book fan, right?
I'm a huge comic book fan.
My logo is made by a comic book artist.
No kidding. Who's that?
Popmon. You've done Spider-Man. Did the He-Man, Spy Girl, Robin, Batman,
Oh, okay.
X-Men.
All familiar titles, but you know, back in the 90s, I collected a ton of comic books. And when I moved to Texas, I sold and got rid of almost all of them. And I really regretted it. And a few years ago, I decided just to rebuy them all. And I remembered every single one I got. So I went on eBay and I bought, for about a year, I bought a ton of comic books. I'm talking hundreds and hundreds and hundreds of comic books. And then my wife found out, and I no longer have eBay. But it was a good ride while it lasted.
Wow.
Yeah.
I like 90s comics. I tried to get back into collecting a few years ago when Marvel did that great reset, and it was trash. So I couldn't get back into it.
Yeah, I sold all my comics a long time ago and bought an MP5.
Oh, that's nice.
A lot of like an
MP5.
MP5 clone. But yeah, because they were taking up way too much space, and my wife was like, "You got to get rid of them."
They don't take up that much space.
Oh, you know how many comics you need to have to buy MP5, and yet them were really, really valuable.
Well, MP5, what, about $3,000?
Yeah, had thousands of comics.
What was your main titles?
I liked Wolverine a lot. I that was one of my favorite comics. X-Men. The Amazing Spider-Man. I like the Ultimates, which was great from the Ultimate Universe.
Yeah, I really just like to collect, like, hold on, let me turn the camera around. I'll give you a little. So I like this one was the one that got me banned off of eBay.
Which one's that?
Amazing Spider-Man 129, the first appearance of the Punisher.
Yeah. The Punisher was I remember that.
So I usually just do like covers, like really covers I dig, but I got a couple Wolverines over there. Then I got some really good Spider-Man over there. But
you Funko Pops.
A few. I play a lot of Fallout, so Funko Pop.
Yeah, I have a huge Funko Pop collection. My wife hates it. I got like 300 Funko Pops.
See, I didn't want to get into it because I'm obsessive compulsive. You know, once I set my mind to something, I just have to do it. And so for the longest time, I didn't even touch them. And then she bought me some for my birthday. And then then it went downhill quick. Yeah,
I'm a member of the Funko Pop Collectors Corps, where they send you a Funko Pop every couple months.
Oh,
Send you multiple Funko Pops. Every 2 months, you get like multiple Funko Pops, a box full of Funko Pops.
That's too much. I just do the Fallout ones, and I dig them. Flying Rich, do you have any Funko Pops, Rich?
I don't even know what that is. I think you're goofing on me.
No,
it's a real thing.
Dude, I got like tons.
I'm not believing any of you anymore.
Hold on.
Because Crump did the whole Kevin Dixie's like, introduce me to Kevin Dixie. No, really, I've never met Kevin Dixie before. Can you introduce me to Kevin Dixie? And Kevin's like, gives John the finger and says, I've been to his house. He's just messing with you.
Oh, yeah. John is an interesting cast. Since he's gone, let's talk some smack about him.
Oh, yeah.
So, I wonder, can he still hear us? Probably not.
No, I don't think he can hear us.
All right. So what is his deal, man? He is a trip.
He doesn't sleep. I think he's ADD also, among other things.
Probably. I like him, though. He's an odd cat.
Oh, yeah. He's wicked smart, multidisciplined. So you changing the wheels on the GTR today? What were you doing?
Yeah, I had to put the stocks back on it. I'm getting rid of the TEs. It's time to change it up. So I'm getting rid of those wheels, and I just ordered some from Work Wheels Japan. So I'm going to have some custom one-of-a-kind work wheels.
Oh, cool.
But it's
And
a 9-month. It's a 9-month wait. So
All right. Look, here's my one of my Mandalorian ones.
oh, that's very cool.
is that a Funko Pop?
Yeah, this
Yes.
is Funko Pop. This is
Dude, you got to give this video to Hank because he'll flip out by actually taking it out of the box.
I'm not taking it out of the box.
You're peeling the plastic off.
No, I mean that was just it was those
shrink
multiple
wrap?
Funko Pop. Yeah, the shrink wrap. But that's a Mandalorian one, right? And then I have this one.
What's really bad, Rich, is you buy two so you can open up one and play with one.
Yeah, another
I got you.
Mandalorian one.
Oh, I'm a little jealous. I gotta admit, I do like Mando.
Yeah, so I got a bunch of Mandalorian ones and stuff like that. A bunch of Marvel ones.
Or
Yeah.
is there going to be another season?
A Mandalorian.
Bionic Chronic says, "What GTR do you have?" I have a 2016 R35.
Oh, nice.
It's all right. It's a, I've always wanted one, and I was in a position to get one, so I got it.
I would.
Yeah, all right.
You know what I really
How
like?
much horsepower?
Yeah, it's terrifying to drive. Oh, and the tires I put on it. This one, the stock wheels has like street slicks, so it's super grippy, very terrifying. So I can't drive it in the rain, but
Right.
it's pretty cool.
You know what I want? An R34. Those are
Oh.
sexy.
Who doesn't?
Those are sexy.
Yeah, I've driven a few of them. There's a shop down here in Houston called the Shop Houston. Who would have thought? And they specialize in GTRs, and you can go there any day of the week and see 33, 32s, 34s just sitting out in the parking lot. Tons of
Godzilla.
35s. Yeah, they have a few that are like 22, 3,000 horsepower. It's insane, absolute insanity. Their shop car does a 6-second quarter mile.
6.
6.
That's insane.
It's bananas.
My car doesn't go 0 to 60 in 6 seconds.
Yeah, it's a monster. It's an absolute monster. And they're great guys too. Shout out to the Shop Houston.
Yeah.
Love those guys.
Yeah, Space Texan, that's the Marvel Collector's Core, and I'm a member of that as well. I'm a Funko Pop guy. What the hell? I want to make it like I want to go to the Funko Pop convention, but
Is that like the furry convention?
no, they just have a
No?
bunch of Funko Pops there, a bunch of bobbleheads.
Yeah, and there's toys there too.
Yeah, I collect all that stuff. I'm a big geek.
Yeah, it's funny. So I grew up kind of like in the ghetto, and I had to watch Star Trek. Like in the I was like a closet Trekkie. I couldn't tell any of my friends I watched that stuff, or I would get murdered probably. So I was always like a closet Trekkie. Anytime it was time for a Star Trek Voyager, I'm like, oh, guys, I got to roll, man. I got to be home. I'm grounded. I never miss it. Never miss it.
Voyager.
Ah,
Voyager's not the one I'd like skip out on
Look.
hanging out with.
7 of 9. I do a lot for that.
Oh wait, we're talking 7 of 9. Yeah, okay.
When I was back in high school, I knew this like really hot popular girl, right? And I talked to her, and she was like, "Star Wars is for geeks." Or not Star Wars, Star Trek is for geeks. I don't know if anybody will watch it. I was like, "Come on, just watch one episode. Watch one episode." She became the biggest Trekkie, and to this day, she's still a Trekkie.
Oh, that's funny.
Yeah.
She loved it.
So, John, I have a question for you. How did you get attached to GOA? Because at IV88, at that event, I joined the GOA, and I thought they were extremely convincing. So, what's your story with them?
Okay, here's my story. I was a journalist, and the GOA's headquarters is not too far away from me, in Northern Virginia, right outside DC. So I would go have lunch once a month with Jordan and Stein and get caught up on everything else. And I was a huge supporter of GOA. I always like support GOA and stuff like that. Their core mission, I like the multifaceted approach where they do the lobbying, but then they will also sue. And I like their no compromise stance, because to me, if you want a machine gun, you should be able to have a machine gun.
Amen.
NFA stuff is a joke, right?
Yep.
So, and I was keeping track of all the Virginia stuff, reporting on all the Virginia stuff, and also doing lobbying on my own. So Jordan Stein was like, "Hey, why don't you become our Virginia director? I think that it would be good for you. I think it would be good for GOA since you're already doing the stuff anyway. So you might as well come on and do it for us, and we can pitch you to good work, and we can put a lot of resources behind you." So I was like, "That sounds like a good idea." And then I became the state director of Virginia,
Oh, nice.
and they take me places because I know people.
They take me places. That's great. Because I was wondering, my biggest question for the GOA guys, and they answered it pretty handedly, is what's going to make them not turn into another NRA? Because that's everyone's big fear.
That is not going to happen. Trust me.
But why? I mean, what kind of safeguards do they have in place? I mean,
the biggest safeguards that they have in place that I'll say right now is the actual people who run it and what they believe in. And I can guarantee you to a T that every single person in GOA, it's not about the money. It's about the mission. In fact, Eric Pratt, who's like basically the leader of GOA, he was speaking at an event in Florida, and to save money for GOA, he took a minivan to Florida instead of a plane to save money. And
That's
they
serious.
they save money anywhere if they want to have it. Did you go to the core missions? And I sent in them. I have like 5 or 6 meetings a week with the GOA guys on different things.
Let me ask you another follow-up question. Don't you think that NRA started out with the same goals once upon a time? I mean, the NRA is how old? It's pretty old. And don't you think those founding members had the same beliefs? Or
yeah, I do. I absolutely do believe that the NRA founding members had the same beliefs. But at the same time, once the leadership changed to certain people back in the day, that's when it started going downhill. Can you safeguard against that totally? Of course not. Can you do everything possible to prevent that? Yeah. The founder of H.L. Richardson, the founder of GOA, and everything that we do is in his vision, and he was a true believer in gun rates. So
nice.
I don't think you're gonna see people going into GOA to make money because honestly they don't pay as well as some of the other advocacy groups, but that's not what they look for. And the interview process to even get into GOA is long and arduous, and they vet you. They not only vet your skills, but they vet what you actually believe in the Second Amendment. You could be like the best lobbyist in the world, but if you are only doing it for a paycheck and you're not doing it because the true mission is to defeat like archaic and draconian gun laws, then you're not going to come work for GOA. And that gatekeeping is what is good.
All right.
GOA is so thrifty. Jordan Stein lost 90 pounds since he started working there.
Yeah, dude, he really shed the weight. But not only that, it's like everything to do. It's core to the mission. And the GOA is not like where you have like the ruling class up top, and if you call membership that they have to go through chains of command before they get to like Wayne LaPierre. Basically, GOA, anyone in GOA has the ability and the power to contact the head of the GOA. So we can contact John Vallejo or Eric Pratt or Tim Macy. Any of these guys are available to anyone at GOA.
Nice. Hey, so who's in Houston? Who's the branch person in Texas?
That would be Rachel Malone. And she's dead serious. I mean,
I heard she's pretty hardcore.
Everyone at GOA is hardcore. I'm telling you, people put in so much overtime. that thing, like I can look at our little chat, and I had to shut down the chat before I do this live stream at 10 p.m. because people are at home texting sending messages, working on stuff. And it goes until like 1 o'clock in the morning when it basically goes quiet unless something's going on. Then it goes on beyond there. Our chief lobbyist is a guy named like Aiden. He was just on Aiden Johnson. He was just on Military Arms Channel. He's hardcore too. In fact, he's so hardcore, he was actually in seminary and gave up seminary to come fight for gun rights.
Cool.
You know how hardcore you have to be to walk away from seminary to fight for gun rights?
Pistol packing priest.
Pistol packing priest. It'd be all right.
Thank you, Dark, so much for the super chat. He says, I will not comply. DLD After Dark. Awesome channel. If you have a chance to go check it out, go check out 28EDU. I thought I saw him earlier on. Yep. If I did. There's a lot of Guns and Barbecue is another good channel. I feel like I have like all the YouTubers in my channel.
Oh, I love Guns and Barbecue.
Yeah.
Who doesn't love Guns and Barbecue? It goes right together. You guys watch Mr. Big Kid?
Yeah.
God,
yeah.
I love that guy's channel. I really do.
Well, Rich should have hung out with us, Mr. Big Kid.
Yeah. I met him, hung out with him a little bit. He's a pretty solid guy. He's very cool.
Yeah, I hung out with Hank, Hank Strange, Mr. Big Kid, Tactical Toolbox, and
Hungry Handgunner.
I hung out with a bunch of people. Mr. Guns and Gear, and Rich was supposed to be there.
Dude, I'm gonna get barbecued for that forever.
Rich tells me to go over there. Hank tells me to go over there. I said, Hank, you want to come over now? He's like, we're going to get dinner. Just come over in a little bit. So I'm like, okay. And I show up. I'm like, where's Rich? And Hank's like, I don't know.
I spent the night alone in the hotel by myself.
Oh, you should have came out with us, man.
Dude, well,
I'm kidding. I was exhausted, man. I was so sunburnt that first day. I was.
Wait, is that your actual phone number on your card?
Yeah.
Right. Did I meet you on Saturday or Sunday?
No, I left Sunday. But
okay, yeah. Because
I got so sunburnt that Saturday night. I was incapacitated. I wanted to go to sleep so bad.
Yeah. We had the bug spray. We had the suntan lotion. There was like lotion in the bag. So the swag bag you got for signing in.
Yeah.
There's like, I think, lotion in the bag so you didn't get burned. So I was kind of careful about that.
You know what's funny? I met everybody I wanted to meet, and they're cool. You know, I met all these guys. Hank in person is cool. And the only person I kind of fanboyed out was Gun Drummer because I think his channel's brilliant.
He's like, it was just a dumb idea, and everybody loves it.
Yeah, it's great. I love it. I can't stop. I tell everyone about his channel. I turned so many people onto it. Because it's just the music is good, totally not monetized at all because of copyright.
Really?
Well, all that copyright music, you can't.
Yeah, I was kind of wondering how he got around that, but I didn't realize. Wow,
none of them are.
All right, hey guys, we're gonna do a gun of the week for this show too. I'm getting so many guns of the week from my other podcast. We're gonna do a gun of the week on both shows.
What's a gun of the week?
On my other show, Virginia Reloaded, we do a gun of the week where listeners and viewers, they submit their gun of the week. So we show the gun and we talk about it and we say if we like it or not and what we like about it, what we don't like about it.
Are we allowed to touch guns on live?
No, I show a picture.
You ever see one of those?
Yes. Super nice. That the Keltec?
Should vacuum.
No, that's the high point.
That's the Keltec, right?
No, the Keltec's actually in the bag behind it.
I know. It's a high point. Cody uses that. Oh, shit. I was supposed to send this link to Cody, too.
Well, my gun of the week is...
No, well, it's not your guys' gun of the week. It's viewers' gun of the week.
This one. Oh. I've had this lower for probably almost 6 months, and I don't have an upper for it. I don't know what to do. I don't know what I want to do with it.
Oh, let me show you the gun of the week.
Let's see it.
We got a question. If someone sends an 80% receiver for the gun of the week. Does that count as a gun of the week? Hold on,
It depends on the.
We might nope. Don't say anything. We might have an answer for you. How freaking coincidental is that, man? All right, here we go. It should. There you go. Boom. This was sent in by the one, the only Putang clan.
Nice.
I like that color. It's almost like a dirty bronze.
Okay.
Yes. Yeah.
Okay. One of them is, you see the Patmos slide, so you know it's JFD. It's a 80% P320 insert by JFD, the MUP one. It's a P-Tech carry size grip and a magwell by Polymer 80. The rust orange grip is FDE plus orange and yellow writ clothing dye. So he took a clothing dye and made that.
Oh, okay.
It's pretty cool. The slides of a Revelation 320 with a Swamp Fox Kingslayer and OEM compact JFD supply slide with a lower parts kit. So there you go.
Nice.
So both of those guns are unfinished firearms frames.
It's really nice. I kind of want to get into those.
Oh yeah, a 280. You just bought a brace pistol today. Awesome.
Well, I
That's
know
another guy. That was another guy I really enjoyed meeting at that IV88 280U. He's a very eclectic personality. I was digging our conversation. 2A, you're a good dude. Keep up the good fight.
Hell yeah.
Yeah, 280U is a very cool guy. I like him. Oh, and look who else is here.
Uh-oh, now it's a party.
American Gun
ABC.
Chick. Aren't you at a bar or something?
Yeah, I saw she was live at a bar.
Oh, I was gonna say, what are you doing? You got a tracker on her?
No, she was live streaming at a bar. Her and Joe are at some bar.
All right. Yeah, I was hanging out with them and KD at IV 88.
When you ditched us?
When I was smoking cigars and drinking. Dude, I'm going to get crap for that forever. So, Smash Time, have you heard the story?
No, but apparently you ditched him because you were too cool for school.
Okay,
Yeah.
so here's how it goes. Me and Joe, shooting gallery New England, and the rest of the squadron.
Hold on, before you say anything, he goes, you should come out and hang out with us. And Hank sent me a message. Oh, Hank sent you a message. Yeah, we're going to be hanging out there. I get there and Rich is at some big name party.
You ditched him for the CMMG party, huh?
If there was a CMMG party, I wasn't invited.
Oh, never mind. I didn't say nothing.
Dude, you got to tag me in. I helped you out.
No, I honestly, he said, I got little kids at home, man. The opportunity to go to a hotel and sleep by myself in my own bed.
Dude,
I was so excited. I was like, I'm going to the hotel and just sleep.
Men of Tupperware, we are working on Ohio branch. We have a fantastic candidate who I think we're going to bring on there pretty shortly. I don't want to.
Is it Tyven?
It's not Tyven, but it's someone, it's someone from the YouTube world.
Ooh,
Ohio YouTuber,
a naturalized American from another country.
That makes it very specific, but I still have no idea.
Okay. Oh, you guys go search.
no, it's all right.
All right, tell them the story.
Okay. So Hank says, hey, I don't know what's going on, but it's just going to be a couple of us over at the house when he come down. I'm like, okay, cool. So, all sorts of stuff's going on. We all went back to the room. We got a shower after the range, and we're like, all right, let's head over there because Hank just gave me the address. And I get there, and it's dark, it's hilly, it's whatever. All the roads are like driveway width, so we pull up at the place we finally figure out is the right place, and we see Hank's van. We're like, oh, hey, this is the place. It's great. We walk up, and I knock on the door, and you can see in, like, it's a great room. It's like, big area, and there's nobody there. I'm like, oh crap, So Joe and I are kind of standing at the door there, like, I don't know what's going on. And boom, Mr. Gunsinger comes out, and I've talked to him before in the past. Not that he would know who I am, but he's like, hello. It's like, yeah, hi. Hank told us to meet him here. He's like, well, come on in. And it's like, Joe and I step in. I look around. It's like, nobody's there. And he turns around and walks upstairs. So I'm like, I don't want to hang out here. Like, there's a porch, and there's chairs and stuff on the porch. Oh, there's Cody.
Yeah.
So I'm like, hey
guys,
let's just hang out outside.
Dread.
And I'm like, let's just hang out on the porch here and, wait for Hank. Because, if Mr. Gunsinger is doing I don't know if he just came from, he said he came from another party and there were guys at another party. And I don't know if he was going up to take a shower. That's his business. I'm like, all right, let's just hang out on the porch. He said we're welcome to stay in the house, but I just felt awkward about that. So we're just kind of sitting there, and, I figured Hank will get here when he does. And then Mike, Mr. Gunsinger, comes out again. He's like, well, here's the address for the party if you want to go there. And I'm like, yeah, but I wasn't invited, It's like, he kind of shrugs his shoulders, turns around, walks back in. So I don't know who of the guys is like, yeah, we ought to go to the other party. And I'm like, yeah, okay, I guess. And, since I was driving with a group of guys in my truck, we jumped in and we kind of caravaned over to the other party. And, then Hank's like, hey, where are you? And I'm like, whoops. So we'd bought drinks and stuff to bring, drinks and mixers and whatever to bring to this party, but we put them down with everybody else's drinks. And Roy from Brownells was, acting as bartender there, and he's pouring drinks and stuff like that. And so it's kind of awkward. You don't say like, hey, I really want to go back to this other party. Can I have my liquor back?
Can't do it.
So we stayed there and hung out. Unfortunately, we had to hang out with American Gun Chick and Kevin Dixie, smoke cigars and drink. And I much would have rather been with Hank, Lola, John Crump, the GOA guys, Tactical Toolbox, Hungry Handgunner, Mr. Big Kid, But
my adventure was even more wild than that.
All right, American Gun Check. Don't judge you. How am I judging you? I'd never judge you. I call American Gun Chick Sweet Pea.
Sweet Pea.
No idea why.
Because we was all supposed to be going to the party at Hank's and stuff, and y'all I think it was Rob that sent me the address, so I was like 5 to 10 minutes behind y'all. So I finally get to this place. Keep in mind, I'm have driven all the way over here from Mississippi, definitely not from around here and stuff. And this is 11 o'clock at night in the backwoods of Georgia, where everybody's going to have a gun in the first place, pulling up to some random house. And as I'm pulling up, the two vehicles that I assumed was the people I'm supposed to meet are passing me, pulling out. And then I go to try to make a phone call, and I don't even have no service. I'm like, oh boy, I sure hope this is the right place. And then the 20-minute journey trying to follow y'all in the caravan to get to the other house.
Yeah.
Yeah, so Hank and I were talking. It was Hank and I can't remember who else was on the live stream. We were talking about Rich and his crew. And I happened to say, oh man, dude, they roll heavy. And Hank's like, yeah, he had a whole squadron with him.
Oh,
literally rolling in a caravan.
We went through a 20-minute story just to figure out how he had the name Squadron.
Basically, yeah.
I'm glad I was able to jump in at the right time.
I got it.
Because Hank did the whole Squadron thing, I did a Squadron t-shirt and a video for that.
Yeah.
All right.
And the t-shirt's available on blackswantactical.com.
Yeah,
And all the proceeds go to charity. I don't make a dime.
Yeah, either do I made a whole freaking website, and I pay for like the actual like upkeep and everything on out of my own pocket.
Shout out to Black Swan Tactical.
But yeah, it's just something that's good for everything, right? Just something that I like to do.
So Hank's been barbecuing me like over and over. He's like, yeah, that's okay. It's cool. You went with those guys. It's like,
No.
dude, really.
So where are you guys gonna stay at the next time? Because I want to stay really close.
We're gonna stay at whatever place you're renting.
I'm just a poor salesman, man. I don't have money for that.
Ask me where not to stay.
Honestly, I was thinking about flying in, and then just renting like an RV and just stay right there.
That's cool. You could do that. Are RV rentals available? Is there still a shortage of that stuff? Or?
That's a good question. I mean, my rental car was like $800 for 5 days.
You know what? You know what I realized? If you
crazy.
rent the exotics didn't go up in price, so a lot of the exotics are cheaper than the regular.
Way.
Dude, I could have got I showed everyone I could have got a Porsche for cheaper than my Hyundai.
No way.
Yeah, I believe it.
Well, I rolled 9 hours up to the event.
Yeah, but here's the thing. Can you imagine what it would look like for a GOA car rental, a GOA guy to be pulling up on a Porsche?
Roll up in a Porsche.
This is the car that GOA rented for me.
What is the peer-to-peer car rental place called?
Toro,
yeah.
Toro is pretty reasonable, but
because early on when they said there was going to be a gas shortage, I was like, "Hey, can I rent a Tesla?"
you can rent a Tesla on there.
Yeah, but they slammed you on the number of miles. It was like 250 miles included, and then it was like 30 cents a mile after that. So that would have been pretty hard. It almost didn't matter what the rental price was. The mileage cost would have killed me.
Yeah, Lola was not at the party because Lola was with us at the place where Rich was supposed to be.
And I'm well said. I should have been there.
People I would have liked to have met was over there.
Yeah, and the same thing. Well, all the people I wanted to hang out with or knew and wanted to hang out with, were there.
I was going to say, I'm not complaining about meeting the people we did at the other place, but
I would take that as insult if we're at the other place.
There's some people. The unfortunate thing about an event like this is there's a lot of people you want to like sit down and spend like 10, 15 minutes with and talk to them and maybe, ask them some questions, get to know them better.
No,
and it's like,
not really.
Like Smash Time. Like you was like, "Hey, I'm Smash Time. How's it going?" I'm like, "Oh, hey, how's it going, man?" You're like, "Hey, thanks. Blah blah blah. Here's my card." And like that was our conversation. We really didn't get to chit chat much.
Yeah, I thought we'd have. I probably ran 20 mags for that CMMG Mutant. I was there all day. I was having so much fun with that thing.
Oh yeah.
It was the best. That was my favorite gun of the event for sure.
That was really neat. That was a real fun toy. And they were just very generous about that. Super generous.
Yeah.
For the people that didn't know, to get the T-shirt, you had to do a mag dump full auto on the CMMG, and you could just go back online again. There was no problem.
I have 3.
They would say, "Hey, I've seen you before."
there was at times where they was just handing more mags. You emptied it, and they would hand you another magazine too.
Yeah, I didn't.
See, I only shot it twice. How many times you shoot it, Cody?
Twice. I shot it twice.
Oh yeah.
But because that first time when we was in line, they handed me 2 mags. They handed me a mag for that and a mag for the suppressed 300 blackout.
Oh,
because I was going to put one back. They're like, "No, just take them both."
Yeah,
I didn't shoot the 300.
I didn't shoot either one.
That 300 blackout from CMMG was the first suppressed gun I ever shot. And of course, the Mutant was the first full auto.
Mm-hmm.
But neither one of those was my favorite gun that I got to shoot.
You got to get out to Red October if you want to shoot some full autos. I don't know. Have you ever been to Red October Smash Mouth? Smash Time?
You're killing me. You're killing me.
I've heard
know,
of this
that's why,
miraculous place.
No,
Hold
what
on,
is Red October?
One thing, if you notice, the thumbnail is of Shrek because Smash Mouth sings the song for Shrek.
Oh, wow! I'm glad I was able to put that together. Now, my life is complete.
Oh my gosh.
I don't know, but yeah,
Crump, you're killing me.
Red October is an event that they hold out in Vegas. It's really cool. It's open to the public and it's like a $10 admission fee. Which, okay, what do you get for that $10? Well, you get to shoot a lot of machine guns with other people's ammo for that $10.
I say
Over
that's
2
a
days.
win-win.
Now, you think they're going to do that this year?
Probably.
When is that?
Okay, Cody. What's the event called?
Okay. I got you. It took a minute. Okay.
It's in August, Cody.
Out here, there's a gun range. They do a Kalashnikov Christmas at Renaissance Gun Range out here, and they have a
When
bunch.
is that?
It's in June. No, it's Kalashnikov Christmas, and it's actually
I
really.
think I just got off a 2 straight podcast.
Oh, man.
Yeah, they also do a Clash Bash out near you, right?
Yeah,
Wait,
that's
me?
in Texas.
Yeah.
But Texas is a big state.
Texas is a big state.
So is Virginia.
Hmm.
You know, I live closer to Canada than I do to Cowboy, who comes on the show sometimes. He's also in Virginia. I live closer to Canada than I do to where he lives in Virginia.
Dude, I can get a Tesla Model S for $98 a day, and when I booked my flight in October to go training in Gainesville, Texas, they were quoting me like economy core $93 a day.
That's
I'll
what
pay
I'm saying.
$5 for a Tesla.
That's what I'm saying. That's
Yeah,
why I should have got the Porsche. Roll up there with a twin turbo.
You could probably
911?
put 4 Virginias in Texas.
Well, yeah.
Maybe 5 if you're really.
I'm sure
good
you
at
could.
Texas.
Yeah, but you know what comes from Texas, right?
Barbecue?
Awesome people.
You know, you guys are missing the. Have you ever seen Full Metal Jacket?
Don't say it.
I'm not gonna say it. I don't
This
want to be
is a kid-
demonetized.
Oh, I know what he's saying.
S&Q. I grew up in Texas, so it ain't like that's the first time I've heard that.
Yeah, Smash Time is probably like, dude, what the hell did I get myself into?
No, I'm a refugee. I moved to Texas. I'm a born again Texan.
Where
But I've
are you
heard that
from
many
originally?
times. California, unfortunately.
Oh my goodness.
I know.
Well, I've been saying that. I'm a refugee from New York.
Yep, same here. Yankee
You can
born,
tell by his
southern bred, southern raised.
Space Texas. It's Space Texan. I love Space Texan. He's my man crush. So how'd you get to to Texas from California?
By
Oh,
car.
my oldest daughter lived out here with her mother, and
Okay.
instead of driving back and forth all the time, I decided just to move, be closer to her.
Oh, that's
That
cool.
and there was nothing going on in California. If I had known how great Texas was, I would have moved a lot sooner.
Whoa. Florida and Texas are not great. Don't anybody move here if you're like living in New York and California.
Your pussies
Whatever they're
suck.
telling you about Texas and Florida, it's not so.
All it
Just send them a
Here's
screenshot
in-
of the temperature.
Hold on.
No.
Where is my temperature?
You know what? It's really funny because Rich moved to Florida from New York, and he is the epitome of the Florida man.
It says outside temperature.
The only
86
thing
degrees.
to make him more Florida man was if he would have had a gator pop out of one of his plane crashes.
How many plane crashes have you had, Rich?
No.
2.
Okay, no. Ask him this: how many houses have he hit?
The first plane crash, 2. Second plane crash was a car accident.
He hit a car and 2
But
houses.
no, it's the 2 different events.
And you still have your license?
I know, but
Yeah.
yeah, I got in a car crash. What were you in? A
Maybe you
Cessna.
should switch to like hot air balloons.
Yeah, can you imagine that? How many? Oh, I got in a car crash. Did it raise your insurance? No, not my auto insurance because I was in my plane.
What happened to the
Can you
plane?
imagine being the person that got hit by the plane?
Well, they all got out. They had back and neck pain, the whole shoot match, and went to the hospital. I scratched this finger right here.
So what? How did you? How did you crash?
You
a
just
plane
drive it.
into a car?
Carefully.
And, interesting thing is, since I got my pilot's license, I've had no car accidents, unless you count that.
Unless you count a plane hitting a car.
Oh my god. Good night, folks. Good night.
So when I sell my house in New York and get my plane fixed, I'm going to do a tour around the country and visit all the gun tubers I know and see if they're brave enough to go flying with me.
I thought you were going to say you were going to visit all the houses you hit.
You know the airport that's by me?
Oh, Armament and Access says you'd fit 6.28 Virginias in Texas. That's right. That's right. No one ever says, God bless Virginia.
Yes, they do. You just don't know about it.
Virginia's for lovers, though.
Now, we are the birthplace of the country, man.
Yeah, how's that working out?
Not very good.
Every
They're
day.
also the birthplace of the disappeared.
Now, listen to this, right? Washington, Jefferson, Madison, George Mason. All these guys were Virginians. Crump. All these great Americans were Virginians.
You can hear all the crickets now.
I just got one thing to ask you about your plane, Rich.
Yes, sir.
Does it have dual controls?
Yeah. It's side sticks. Here, I'll give you 144 Tango G. So if you Google what I just put in the chat, you'll see a picture of my airplane, and maybe even the crash.
I was just going to say, hold on a minute. I literally hear some crickets going.
That's John. He got a new toy.
Playing with his Roadcaster.
Broadcaster Pro, man.
Yeah, I was
Not
planning
the
on coming
Roadcaster.
sooner, but it took me a lot longer to try to explain 3D to people.
Well, you see in 3 dimensions. I don't understand what the problem is.
Okay, yes. You should hook up with Space Texan, man. He's an awesome guy. He likes space, and he's from Texas.
I know. You can't get much better than that. Hey, how crazy is it that there's UFOs flying around and the government's not really denying it, and it's not on any news channels and no one cares?
Yeah, they're like, when they ask them, report says, basically says, yeah, they're there. We have no freaking clue what the hell they are.
Nobody cares.
Yeah, and it's pretty amazing timing that all that's coming out in the open now, too.
That's because they want to distract from Biden and Kamala, and they figure it's a good way to go.
Uh-oh. This is going to be taken off the air in 2 seconds now. Thank you, Rich.
So,
Yeah.
John, was your 3-hour live stream the other day really demonetized or no?
Yeah, it was demonetized.
Yeah.
It's 3 hours for nothing.
So I'll have to confess,
I'm
I've
just kidding.
actually been in a UFO.
That before or after
Is that
the crash?
because your plane wasn't named?
But until I identified myself to air traffic control, yeah.
Oh, well, I was about to ask you how was the probe?
I imagine there's a
cold?
lot of times.
Or was it warm?
Or did it happen in
I've-
the time that you was blacked out?
No, lost time experience. Actually, I think I fell asleep once flying back to New York from Florida.
Oh, geez. That's why you crashed your plane.
I'm a good pilot. I just crash into houses, cars, and fall asleep when I'm flying.
I wonder
had the
how many of
autopilot
them.
on.
Dude, okay, I got a question for you, Rich. A couple years back in New York, a big passenger plane landed at the wrong airport.
Wasn't me.
No, but I'm saying, how the hell does that
Oh.
happen? How do you try to land at a big airport and you land at like a little regional airport?
All right, so that's easier to do at night, and especially so what they do is they do a wind survey, and so typically within 20 or so miles, the runways are going to be in the same direction. So let's say Iceland MacArthur Airport, you have a runway 24, and there's a runway 24 at Brookhaven, and they're separated by about 20 miles. And so if you're like just kind of locally navigating and doing this all visual, it's pretty easy to like say, you call air traffic control and you're with approach and you tell approach you have the airport in sight. They tell you cut over to tower and you're like looking at the runway and it's like, oh, okay, yeah, I'm lined up for the runway. So it's pretty easy to do that at night because everything looks the same. A runway's a runway.
That is true.
So probably the worst experience I had was, let's see, what is the big airport in Ohio?
Ohio has airports? That's crazy.
Yeah. Akron. I think it was Akron, Ohio, and I didn't realize at the time it was a space shuttle diversionary landing airport. So I'm turning final at night at the airport. Never been there before. I'm like, I don't see the runway. They're like, we'll turn the lights up. I'm like, I don't see the runway. Because the runway was 250 feet wide and 10,000 feet long. I was looking for something like this, but it was like this. They're like, yeah, you're down the center line of the runway. I'm like, I still don't see it. They're like, then I looked, I'm like, oh crap.
Wow, that's crazy.
They're probably like, how the hell is this idiot missing this?
I wasn't like even JFK, the runways aren't that big. This was designed. See, I'm used to that. Like West Palm Beach was a space shuttle alternate landing site, and that's 9,500 feet long and 250 feet wide. So because I know the area, I'm used to flying into that airport. But I wasn't expecting Akron, Ohio, to have a crazy large runway.
Okay, hold on, I gotta do this. For Pete's Sake is our newest Patreon, by the way. Thank you.
Cool.
For Pete's Sake. Your address, I'll get you a patch out. All right.
Was it the cozy that you was on that big runway?
Yeah.
Well, then it must
I
have even
have-
been that much bigger.
I'm a 1,000-hour instrument rated pilot. I have 600 hours in Canards and about 400 hours in Cessnas.
That's cool.
So
I wanna fly a jet.
jets are okay. They're just expensive.
No, I don't want to take lessons. I just want to see what would happen if I try to fly it.
Well, you'll fly it, no problem. It's just a matter
Yeah,
of
that
not
was-
whether you'll be back for a landing of how the landing
that
will
was
be.
done on September 11th.
Too soon.
I flew in a simulator once, a Delta simulator, and there's a lot of buttons in that thing. I didn't know what I was doing. I crashed. I killed everyone on board.
I got to
Good
fly
day.
front seat, right seat in an Eclipse jet once.
A what?
An Eclipse jet.
What the hell is an Eclipse jet?
So John,
That's
I
not
can't
that
believe
mini one, is it?
It's small. It's not. No, it's like they call it a 6-seater, but any 6-seater jet's really a 4-seater jet.
Not the size of the jet. It's how you fly it.
So Mark Spencer, who wrote what's the software called? Why can't I think of it? It's voice telephony. It runs on Linux.
You talking about
Yeah.
phone sex?
No,
I think that's what he's talking
Asterisk. I'm sorry, Asterisk. That's it. Mark Spencer, who wrote the Asterisk software, I got a ride in his jet. We flew into Oshkosh one year.
Was that a 555?
It was one of the first Eclipse built, so whatever the first series was.
I think they only got one series actually.
No, there's a second series.
The 550 is the second series, I guess. That's the only
Yeah,
one.
that's it. The 550, right? So it's the 500, Eclipse 500.
500. Okay, I don't think they make that anymore.
No, and I'm not sure if the 550 is still in production or not.
I don't know. I just know they have 550s. You didn't think I knew about them.
So the problem with something like it, or aviation is all about lying. So they'll tell you it's just lying.
Like,
so
I lie all the
like
time.
Hillary Clinton lying.
Well, they don't kill you afterwards, but
they don't
so-
Epstein you.
yeah. So an Eclipse jet, they call it a 6-passenger jet, but there is no way 6 people my size would be able to get in the plane with full fuel and it get off the ground. But 4 people my size with maybe 20 pounds of baggage and not full fuel, you're okay. So the planes, there's always weight considerations that go into that. So my plane, empty weight is like 930 pounds. I can load that up to like 2,000 pounds. Fuel, people, baggage, the whole shooting match. So pretty much, there are some planes. The joke is basically if you can fit it in the plane and close the door, it'll fly. But most planes are that way.
Don't tell. What was her name? Aaliyah that.
Oh, that's an old one.
Yeah. They overloaded the jet.
Rich, Aaliyah was a singer back in the olden days.
Oh, shoot. Wasn't she in a Cessna Caravan in the Caribbean?
Yeah.
They were drinking
I
and
think
partying
so.
it up.
And they overloaded the jet and it was too heavy.
And yeah, the Caravan, the Cessna Caravan's really known for being a workhorse. But
That one wasn't.
well, I know the accident occurred. I don't know the situation of the accident. And some of these things can come up on you kind of surprising.
They said they're like 700 pounds overweight.
Oh, man. And that was just their manager.
They're like 700 pounds overweight. It was something like ridiculous amount of weight.
That's funny.
Just trying to bring back too much stuff.
Yeah. The Caravan, I think it's like a 750 horsepower Pratt and Whitney turboprop. And if you do everything right, you get away with it. But I was once flying, I was one of 4 people in a Cessna 172, and I'm coming in for a landing, and I'm used to certain speeds, but as your weight goes up, your landing speed goes up because your stall speed goes up. And I was kind of shocked, I'm just slowing down for the approach, and the stall warning horns went off. I'm like, what the heck? So you push the nose down, add some throttle, and boom, you're good.
Armor and Axis has the exact measurements for the runway in Akron. There you go. That's a big ass
No,
runway.
I don't think it was Akron then. It might have been another airport.
I know Dulles Airport near me has like the longest runways. You
got military going in now there, so typically you have near 9,000 foot runways.
Well, the reason why they do that is Dulles is like, okay, well, if a war broke out back in the old Cold War days, that they can easily transfer that to a military base.
Mm-hmm.
There's actually a German military base on the airport grounds. Bet you guys didn't even know we had German military bases here.
No, we just have U.S. military bases all over the world.
No, but we have German military bases. The German
I never heard
military
of that.
base. Yeah. German military base at Dulles Airport.
No kidding.
Yeah.
And is that in case, New Jersey starts a fight with New York?
I don't know. It's been there. It's been there ever since I was a kid.
That's cool.
They have like German airplanes flying there.
I'm still
I like
waiting to
fighter
get.
jets.
I'm still waiting to get introduced to this Swamp Dog Armory guy. You guys just,
Oh.
yeah.
Wait, you didn't meet him at Iraq Veteran?
No,
I don't think so.
Oh,
Yeah.
jeez.
how rude, huh, buddy? They're just like
Yeah,
they just
I'm just
assume-
listening.
We thought you knew him. So yeah, Cody and his wife were down at Iraq Veteran. We were all hanging out. Cody is I know Cody through John, and I guess John made the connection for him to get to Iraq Veteran, which was very cool.
Yeah, mad thanks for that.
Okay, I'm gonna throw this up. They're probably gonna copyright claim me, but
Don't do
whatever.
it.
I'll do it. I
Is
don't
it
care.
Smash Mouth?
No,
Oh,
it's
geez.
somebody videotaped the German military base. Yeah, they're like, oh my god, it's been there for freaking ever.
I wonder if they have chocolate.
Yeah, that's it.
Dude, if they can get a Kinder Egg for real, them things are awesome.
They sell them in grocery stores. I got them at Walmart.
Nope. It's
Not the real ones.
it's an
Not the
imitation.
real ones.
The
Yeah,
real
not the
ones
ones
are,
you get-
are literally
they got that-
illegal.
They're called
They're illegal in
Kinder
the US.
Joys here.
Do you know why they didn't want to do Kinder eggs? And they said that American kids were probably too stupid and they would eat the toys.
Well,
And
that's a
choke on it.
government regulation.
Yeah, it's a food choking hazard thing.
I had a bunch of the original ones. They sell them in the Philippines, and so we got a whole bunch. Like you can bring them back, but
Yeah,
They're
when I
the-
was in high school, there
they're
was
pretty much the
someone at
same
the
as,
German
like-
market.
yeah, they're pretty much the same as the ones. They're just plastic toys. They don't have metal parts. They're
Yeah.
not as cool.
So Philippines. I lived in the Philippines
Oh, for how long?
a year.
What are you doing in the Philippines?
I was working for Verizon over there in Alabang, which is part of Manila,
Oh man,
like in the south of Manila. Manila, if you want to see a big city, freaking Manila. It's like the size of like everywhere, man. Manila is just huge.
yeah, one of the shittiest. I mean, crappiest transportation.
Oh, dude, you would be in a taxi, and the taxi will like just jump on the other side of the road and start driving the road through red lights,
Yeah,
and it's just like, oh, this is what everyone does. And then you have the jeepneys, and you have people hanging on the jeepneys
right.
going down the road. We're at 50 miles an hour. Some guys hanging off the side of a freaking bus with the open back end. That
Yeah,
looks like it's a Cheech and Chong vehicle.
So did you try?
Don't
durian
those
when you
have
were
the
over
one wheel in the front too?
No, those are the trikes.
The tuk tuk.
No, in the Philippines they have trikes. They have like homemade motorcycles. They take
Yeah.
a motorcycle and they make a homemade car, and you can, sidecar, and that's where you ride in.
there? Did you try durian when you were over there?
No, I did not.
That stuff is disgusting.
I ate a lot of chicken adobo, and everything over there is made of freaking pork. Like everything,
That's right.
like pork,
Chicken?
everything. It's like, well,
Pork.
the chicken's probably made of pork. Trust me. You like go anywhere and it's like pork, just pork. You have lechon, which is actually freaking incredible.
Yep.
But they have something called balut.
Balut.
Yeah,
That's
I can't-
delicious.
Oh, you got to be kidding me, dude.
Just
My
don't-
Is it
Yeah.
anything like Blutwurst?
no. My friend was eating it and he had a feather.
Oh no.
Oh.
That's too.
Oh no, man.
No, that's too. That's not a very. You don't want to get them when they're that far along.
Yeah, but he did. He pulled out a feather and he's like, "Ugh!" Like, dude,
Yeah.
it's like that's what you get for eating that crap.
Now the bones are crunchy.
Yeah, basically,
Man.
No.
it's a. Oh, you're looking it up?
Fermented
No.
duck.
Yeah, it's a duck egg.
Fermented what? Oh,
duck-
Yeah, it actually has like a little baby duck in it.
Well, first off, I had a baby duck as a pet as a kid, so it'd be like eating a cat or a dog.
Well,
to me.
they're not that formed.
They're not
They're like-
supposed to be. At least
They're like so what you do is you poke the hole in the top. I put some of the juice out, and then you put salt, and then you just suck it out. It's tasty.
More for you, brother.
yeah. I mean, I love the Philippines. Philippines is great, man.
I like that. More for you.
They treat you very well over there, I guess.
Oh, they treat you like freaking kings. Plus, they have a massive mall over there.
That Mall of America.
Mall of Asia.
Well, Mall of Asia.
Mall
Yeah.
of America. Mall of America was in Minnesota.
Yeah,
I
Mall
was
of
gonna
Asia.
say, ain't that in the Midwest somewhere?
Yeah, Mall of Asia is like, it's like the second biggest mall in the world or something like that. It's like insanely big. But I love the Philippines. It was a great place to be. Makati. Used to go to Makati a lot.
Yeah, my wife is Filipino, but I've never been to the Philippines.
Oh.
Everyone keeps asking me how did you meet your wife in Manila? I'm like, no. Like, oh, she's not a mail order bride. She doesn't have a FedEx label on her. I mean,
Well,
Well, you know what they say about Filipino wives? They're
no.
good housekeepers, and the divorce they keep the house.
That's
Thought that was
hilarious.
everybody.
Actually, Filipinos, as a general rule, usually don't believe in divorce.
yeah, they don't. They're highly Catholic.
Well, my buddy's 2 for 2 then.
Oh man,
Sounds like that's your buddy problem.
yeah, that's your buddy problem.
Yeah, remind me to tell you stories about it when we're in person.
All right.
Man, you guys are too bad.
Hey, man, it's after dark, right?
I was just going to say hashtag after dark.
Yeah. I want to talk more about Smash Time's cars and stuff like that. I want to know how much horsepower. What's his next mod?
Horsepower to the wheels is 660.
Oh wow, that's a lot.
And next mod,
And
I
what
don't
we
know,
talking about? What's this on? Or in?
just a Nissan.
R35 GTR.
And then the next mod, I guess, is going to be the
Oh,
new
just a Nissan.
one. I call it my Ultima. It's my Ultima. It's my Geo. No, and I don't know. Cosmetics don't make you go any faster, so I don't know what to do.
Has Rich seen the rendering of my RX-7 project?
Oh, you have
No.
a RX-7?
He's
working
doing
on
a
it.
project. Yep, he's doing a project.
I love RX-7s.
First
looking-
gen is one of my favorite body styles of any vehicle.
Yeah, I'm
Yeah.
looking. You know, my buddy. They used his white one in the Fast and the Furious, in that race war scene, that white one,
Yep.
and they blew his motor up, and he was one of the best. He was the best man at my wedding, and they just released a toy at, I think it's Walmart or Target, of his car in like scale. They already did a Hot Wheel of it.
Oh, that's cool.
But I'm trying to find the scale. They made like a big scale model of it. And I've been to like every Target in the last 4 days looking for this car. And it's not even my car. I just really want to get just something else to stick on the wall, you know.
There you go.
Did they make good on the engine?
Oh yeah. They totally fixed it.
Yeah, I was
You
going
know
to say
what?
there was like 3 or 4 guys that they blew the motors on for that car, and then they overdubbed every single car with the darn what is it? The Toyota Inline 6. I know Rich knows what I'm talking about. Oh, come on. I can't think of it right now, but then you're going to mention it, and I'm going to be like,
You're not
yep,
going to say 2JZ, are you?
yes, 2JZ. They overdubbed all the cars with 2JZ engine sounds.
Really?
The rotaries, everything. Everything
Because
was
the
a
rotary
turbo
makes such a different
2JZ.
noise.
Yeah,
Yeah,
Exactly.
Very
They
different.
have that very high RPM. Okay, here's something from Fast and Furious. In one of the Fast and Furiouses, they had the Lycan in there, right?
Yeah, that was
The Lycan Hypersport.
9
Hypersport,
or
but
8.
that
8.
thing is not exactly too fast.
Well, it's built on the. Why am I blanking on it? The Porsche Cayman. It's built on the Porsche Cayman chassis, and they have a roof twin turbo engine in it, or a Lewis Roofs engine. So, depending on how much horsepower you're pumping through that thing.
Yeah, but apparently it's not the way they have it set up and the way they have it engineered is not fast at all. Donut Media did a good thing.
Donut Media kind of ripped it apart pretty bad.
Oh, you saw it?
Yeah.
Yeah, I like Donut Media. I like those guys.
What was he not getting the power to the wheels or something?
No, I think Donut. They kind of glossed over things, and they didn't cover the positive points properly. So yeah, Donut kind of did a flame job on it.
Dude, they burned it to the ground.
Yeah, having zero experience with the vehicle.
Well, who has experience with the vehicle?
I actually was right seat in a rough 911 Turbo at Bridgehampton Racetrack going back some years ago. That thing, 5-point harness and a full racing seat. I was like ratcheted into the damn thing. I was getting thrown around that cockpit like you wouldn't believe.
Have you ever seen the roof testing videos?
No.
You know where they test the top speed out at, right?
I'm Nürburgring? I don't know.
On the Autobahn in the middle of the night at like 2-3 o'clock in the morning. They do. That's where they test it.
Yeah.
And they have the videos of them going like 200 miles an hour on the Autobahn, testing the top speeds because they have to test the top speeds. They let them know, so they just take it on the Autobahn and just.
And some of that stuff too. There's a big thing now, especially with that Shelby supercar that got controversial and stuff. Where the big thing is to get the highest clock, the highest clock speed on a public road.
Yeah, you don't want to start screwing with that, especially in the United States.
Well, no, they closed off the road.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, they close it down, and then they do just like the salt flat runs where you have to do an average both directions to factor in elevation and atmosphere and all that stuff. But it's got to be done on a public road instead of a track. So like the one that we was talking about, the Shelby supercar, they like shut down I want to say it was like 10 miles of
Nevada.
some highway in Nevada.
Wasn't that in Texas?
Nevada.
It was right outside Vegas.
So I know they did one in Texas too.
Yeah.
That was a McLaren, I think.
Yeah, I think the McLaren, they did one in Texas, but I don't remember which road and stuff it was, because that was the two that was going back to back, because they were saying that when the Shelby supercars did it, they didn't have this kind of sensor or this and that, and they wasn't actually reporting stuff straight, so they just went and did it again.
It was the Bugatti.
Bugatti.
That they were going back and forth. The Bugatti was also tested in Vegas, right outside Vegas. And the other one is in Texas was the Koenigsegg.
Yeah, that sounds about right. But, you know, the car should be able to run as it sits. I mean, you have all these guys with Hellcats like, well, let me put my street slicks on and let me do this and let me prep the track. No, you should drive in and do your quarter mile and drive out.
I'm about an hour and a half from New Orleans, and the street racing stuff's real big. Even the TV show they did talking about the pad in New Orleans, and that's one thing I can't stand, when they're going to go up and race and then they got to dump their gallon jug of stuff on the road before they'll do anything.
Yeah. Plus,
it's like you're basically just making glue.
The streets in New Orleans are trash. I can't stand driving through that state. But there's a lot of people out there that want to run, and they're like, oh, man, hold on. Let me go change my tires. I'm like, no. You run as is. That's how it is. But I went to Mexico once, and I topped out at 186, and I was terrified.
Oh, Mexico.
In Mexico.
Because Mexico has no speed limits.
Well,
I had a customer car. Customer's like, "Hey, do me a favor. It was a 911 Turbo with a 4-speed, one of the early 911s. Said there's a vibration around 120 miles an hour. He's like, do me a favor, just take the car wherever you go for a week. I just want it perfect when you bring it back." I'm like, okay.
that's a nice trade.
I'm going to show you something right here. This is why I like Roof so much, right? This is how they test their cars. Let me just bring up this tab.
You dropping a video?
Yeah, here we go. This is them testing the cars. It's on the Autobahn. And you know who's driving the car?
Is that a Lewis?
No, that's Roof. That's the founder.
Yeah, a Lewis Roof.
Yeah. Oh yeah. I thought you said
How old
Lois.
is that guy?
He's old.
He's getting up there.
But dude,
No helmet, nothing.
no helmet, just freaking. He's in a freaking suit
Suit
in the middle
yeah.
of the night, going like 200 miles on the Autobahn, testing out his cars.
That's cool.
That is, but yeah, it's I don't know why it's buffering like that, but yeah. Look, they put this little like safety thing. It's like a little pool noodle. In case he wrecks on the Autobahn, you know. He wrecks on the Autobahn, he's gonna a pool noodle is gonna save him.
Yeah. I have the Genesis Coupe with a V6 6-speed, and it's speed limited to 143 miles an hour, which I've tested in Mexico.
Yeah.
I have
mine on video where, having tactical girth, you can rest your camera and just hold on with one hand and it's crazy. So the video is a little shaky, but I have tactical video of that run and in Mexico.
Yeah, man. I have not brought my my Genesis down to Mexico. Because
should do it.
Well, fastest I've been is on 2 wheels, and it's not on a vehicle you would expect to go that fast.
What if it?
One of Rich's planes.
I was gonna say I could land on 2 wheels.
A 1976 Honda Matic 750.
Oh, they made a 750?
Yeah, they made it for 3. They made it for 3 years. I've had one of every year model of the 750 and one out of the 6 years of the 400 and 450 Honda Matics.
Yeah, I have a Genesis G70, but I have not topped that thing out.
I had a guy on a 2012 Yamaha R1 trying to play around with me riding on the older bike, and then he turned around and seen me right beside him and didn't know what to do.
Dude, I saw when I was a firefighter, I saw a guy on a Harley that was going at 120, and there was a tractor trailer with the lights out on the back.
Oh,
stopped, broke down in the middle of the road. You know what happens when you hit a tractor trailer? The back of a tractor trailer. It didn't have the trailer on it. It was just a tractor, I guess.
Okay, so he's bobtailing.
Bobtailing, yeah. Whatever. I don't know.
You don't have the guts to do that again.
No, literally, his wife didn't either. It's like, dude, it's like which one's which?
Oh,
it was like they would all mash together.
Man, way to bring the show.
So definitely brought it to the darkness right there, man.
No, but it was too. We're looking at it. It was just like, I don't know if you've ever been that close, but do you know what a human smells like when they're split open?
Wow, John.
Not good. No, I mean that's the worst part. Not even like seeing the goop.
Good night, folks.
But
at least it has smell of etching.
No, but what the thing I remember besides the smell, because the smell is horrid. But he had leather pants on, and it had a little tear in the little pants, and like you can tell that we're like, oh, that's the guy, And so we're like, dude, how do you know that's the guy? He's like, look at the rip in the leather pants, and there's like one ball sticking out of it. So we're like, oh, that's the guy.
Is this over yet?
Sorry, dude. I have from my firefighting days, I have some really nasty stories. That's not a how about the dude that got caught in barbed wire? He rolled his car and got thrown out of barbed wire and got caught in barbed wire. And it basically it was interesting because it didn't like rip off chunks of meat. It just grabbed onto his skin. Just so he looked like you could see all the muscle tissue and everything. It was really interesting.
And so you're saying when you interview for the GOA, they do a serious amount of vetting?
What's that?
When you interview for the GOA, they do a serious amount of vetting?
Yeah, I mean, right?
Not enough.
Not enough. I was a firefighter. It's not like I enjoyed seeing this stuff. It's just stuff that you saw.
So do you know what happens, what the last thing go through a bug's mind when it hits your windshield?
It's butthole.
You got it.
Yeah, well, you know, it's same can be said with humans. The worst thing I saw was the dude that committed suicide.
Wait. There was something worse than the first two.
Oh my God, there's something worse than that.
Oh no, a couple different things. When you
Smash Time, you're not going to hold this against me, are you?
Oh no, this is great.
When you pull a dead body out of that's been in water for a while, you have something called skin slippage.
Oh jeez.
I don't know if you know what skin slippage is.
I can imagine. I don't need a description.
Okay, one more and that's it. The worst thing ever, and this is not even that bad, but it's worse, is the dude that committed suicide in July in his car, and they didn't find him for like 2.5 weeks. I
saw this on Mythbusters.
They didn't find him for 2.5 weeks.
I saw this in Mythbusters.
You know what that does to a human body?
Liquefies it.
Yes.
And the bugs have a festival.
Oh yeah. Oh yeah. It's nasty.
They did that with a pig in Corvette.
Yeah, well, this was a human in a Honda with the windows rolled up.
I bet you could get a really good deal on that Honda, though.
I don't think they could sell that Honda because basically, the seat was actually melded to the body.
Well, so Mythbusters, that was the myth. Could you ever clean the car enough that it would be saleable? And they tore the entire car apart. It still was not.
No, because
it had seeped into the metal of the frame.
Yeah, dude. I mean, we had to put on these like big hazmat suits and stuff, and like the body was just like.
Well, I just learned that if I want to stay in my weight loss program, just come on this channel and no more midnight snacks for me. Because
right.
I was gonna sneak off and make like a PB&J, but nah, I'm good. I'm good.
All right, guys, we've been on for an hour and a half, so it's actually been later than what I usually go. We only usually go for an hour, but you guys have been such a great guest. Smash Time. I didn't call you Smash Mouth.
Oh.
That's so gross.
Got Boss Hog out here.
Boss Hog's the man.
He's a local Texan to you, however local that is in Texas.
Yeah, he's going to come out to my event on the 27th. By the way, I'm having a meet and greet shoot at Renaissance Gun Range on the 27th. And just for the small price of $25, you get 4 hours in a tactical bay and a catered barbecue lunch.
Oh, that's
nice.
Oh, that's awesome.
Crazy.
That's a cheap.
I might have to show up, man.
That's super.
So you can't get good Texas barbecue for much less than that in the first place.
And then Doug Gregg from Gregg Performance Shooting is going to be there giving like shooting tips, and it's in a tactical bay. It's like in a 180 tactical bay with lots of steel, and it's a really cool little setup. Renaissance Gun Range, love those.
Very
guys.
cool.
Yeah,
awesome.
Let me go around and I'll get everyone's plugs. We got more time to plug some stuff and whatever you want to plug. So I'm going to go to my co-host, the Tusk millionaire himself,
multi-millionaire,
Rich.
So as always, you can fly. You can fly me. Yes, you can
fly me to the moon.
You can fly me.
You can find me at flyingrich.com or youtube.com/flyingrich. And in 12 more subs, when I hit 3,000, I'm going to shoot my AK underwater in my pool with my wife not knowing it.
She's gonna know.
And no, she doesn't watch any of my social media. And she's sleeping. And,
So that means I can't
another-
film it without her knowing.
Water comes out of the pool.
So on Sunday, I'm going to be with CRS Firearms. Is it 9 o'clock? I think 9 o'clock, CRS Firearms. We're going to do a live stream.
I might have to join you. All right. I bring Rich on every video appearance I have now,
I'm his Ed McMahon.
basically. Except skinnier and balder. Swamp Dog. What's up, Swampy?
I got my first 3D video going live tomorrow at noon Eastern on my YouTube channel, which is Swamp Dog Armory, and then Swamp Dog Armory on Instagram.
Oh, nice.
You doing a premiere with that?
Yes.
Okay, I'll be there.
And it can be viewed on a phone, or if you have a headset, it has the button to be able to be viewed in a headset.
I'll be on my Oculus. All right. Smash time. The guest of the week. Thank you so much for coming on. It's been a pleasure. Sorry about the ending there,
No, it's
but
all right.
it's been a lot of fun.
I enjoyed the diet tips, so now I'm going to go to bed light. I might wake up a few pounds lighter tomorrow. I'm good. But I just appreciate. Thanks for letting me come on, and I look forward to the next time. You can come on my show too, but you can't talk about dead bodies.
All right, I'll think about dead bodies.
Well, it was
First
good
time I've
meeting you,
ever-
Smash Time.
This is the first time I've ever talked about dead bodies and what I did as a firefighter with dead bodies.
Yeah, liquefied dead bodies. Yeah, I can't even go have a protein shake now. Thank you.
Well, that means the same thing, right?
Oh,
Oh, man.
oh, that's gross.
You don't know when
Yeah.
to stop, Crump, do you?
No,
I thought I was bad.
he's uncrumpable.
I guess I brought some bad luck to the show or something.
Wait. Did Jordan Stein start losing weight after you joined GOA? Are you the weight loss counselor at GOA?
All right, if you want to check me out at crumpy.com, where you can find everything crumpy in this world. I don't think I have a video dropping tomorrow. Maybe I do. I don't know, but I dropped a video today. It's a pretty big video. Go to John Crump News on YouTube to view that video. I appreciate every one of you. I love you. Join GOA. And with that, I think that we are out of there. Remember to join my Patreon, patreon.com/John Crump. And you can also send your gun if you want to be the gun of the week. GOTW@crumpy.com. With that, let me say goodbye.